Heads up, Halloween is right around the corner.
On today's episode, we'll be getting very spooky. Don't move anywhere. Welcome back to Jack Talk. I'm Anna Conejo.
And I'm Kenya Boyland. And in honor of spooky season, today's episode will be filled with tricks and treats on costumes, makeup looks on a budget, and how to make your very own basket.
But first, Kenya, tell me a little about your adventure at Spirit Halloween.
You know, it was actually great. It's a pretty big store. They had a lot to offer. It's a bit challenging. Whether you want to go all out with your costume or keep it simple, the possibilities are endless. So over the weekend, our team actually went on a hunt to Spirit Halloween to find the hottest costumes for this year. We talked to Spirit employee Alex for advice this Halloween season. I'm here at Spirit Halloween in Lufkin, Texas to find answers to some of the toughest Halloween costume questions. Let's check it out.
In all honesty, the best time to shop for Halloween costumes would be probably a month and a half before the actual holiday. That'll give you time to make sure that it's actually what you want and it fits correctly. The most popular costume of 2019 would be Fortnite, and that's because the game is constantly coming up with updates, so there are new characters, there's new gadgets and gizmos that they use, so there's different things for everyone to use. The clown costumes are a lot popular this year. It has released 2 movies in the last 2 years, so it's became a lot popular. Pennywise, also killer clowns. So it's very diverse, but it's very popular as well, especially in children. We see it a lot in children these days. So the Spirit of Children program is basically donations that we give to Shriners Hospital in order to make it possible for the children that are not able to leave the hospital to participate in Halloween activities. The donations provide costumes, candy, goodie bags, things of that nature, so that way they can participate in the holiday. So what they do is they get all the kids dressed up in their costumes, and they offer different like offices or different patient rooms. They give out candy throughout those doors. So it's kind of like a home-to-home trick-or-treat deal, but just in the hospital. Good last-minute costumes I would recommend for the ladies. Angel costumes, I would definitely go with a leotard, tutu, and a halo and some wings. For men, we do have what we call the one skin, or the second skin, which is just a whole piece bodysuit, and it looks really good. My favorite part about Halloween will have to be the movies. I love Halloween movies. Hocus Pocus is one of my favorites.
Now that we've gotten our feedback from Alex, let's take a look at what's hot and what's not for 2019. Now that you've seen our models, you too can get the hottest costume of 2019. For Jack Talk, I'm Kenya Boyland. I'm here at Thank you, Julian and Blake, for showing me what not to wear this Halloween.
How was that? I really liked their costumes.
Yeah, like I said earlier, they had like quite a variety. So I still don't know what I want to be for Halloween, though. It's like, what, next week, I think?
It is next week. It's right next to Halloween. I mean, homecoming,
right?
Which they have homecoming themed Halloween parties.
I know. There's like 3 or 4 happening on the same day. I don't know which one I'm going to, but definitely one.
I don't know, because when we went to Spirit Halloween, the Goku was $50, which we don't.
No, exactly.
We don't have that money.
Exactly.
At all.
And then I don't want to like be a cat or you know, because that's so basic. Like everyone's gonna be a cat or an angel or a devil. I mean, it's cute, but like everyone does it.
But you know what's actually really cute?
What?
When it comes down to like Victoria's Secret angels.
Yeah, but that's a little risky. I don't know, Anna. Is that
that's very exciting.
Whatever floats your boat.
I'm just so excited with all the things we're gonna do.
All right, well, let's see what else we have.
But let's switch it up to something more spooky other than Blake's legs. Up next, I'll be showing you how to treat your special someone this Halloween season. You don't want to miss it. Showing you how to make your significant other or even your best friend a spooky basket. This is a trend that was introduced a year ago where you make a basket with Halloween themed items and nice treats. So let's start. So I grabbed the most plain basket you could find. It's orange, and I know that we go to SFA, but this is the only appropriate time to get orange items. So don't get carried away after this. And then I have Halloween. It's always important to have Halloween themed items such as the pumpkin or the rest in peace decorations to make it, aesthetically pleasing. And then we have some spiders right here. But other than that, I also keep in mind that, people love food. So this is a good snack to have. Snacks right here, and then we also have popcorn. And don't forget to bring something or include something in the basket where you can do this with your significant other, such as watch a movie. There's nothing more than a scary movie. But then again, also something that will save your money. For example, we have the Halloween themed Starbucks card. And then something that they definitely do need, like a charger. So these are items I'd like to do. And then since spooky season is getting the weather is changing, some fuzzy socks and a beanie is nice. But let's start just building it because this is the creative part of this. And this has to be really pretty, whether you're getting it for your best friend or your girlfriend or your boyfriend. We're gonna cut this out and we're gonna wrap it around. Let me put the tape. Where's the tape? Right here. We're gonna get the tape, make it cute, because we all know that once this basket is given, what does your significant other or your best friend do? They post it on social media. So you have to make sure it's pretty just in case, other people like it, and then they retweet it, and then guess what? You're Twitter famous. So that's what I'm focusing on, because spooky baskets are so popular that people are like, oh my God, I'm gonna use this picture. Can you get me one? But I just like how I was able to grab a very plain thing. But let me cut this out, and we're gonna start it right here. I used to do this thing where I used to grab the ugly parts and just stick them to the end. But then we put the base, we put snacks right here. We're gonna put the movie. We're gonna put the movie right here. And then items. Halloween theme items right here. The socks, there you go. We're not gonna use all the items because this is a very, we're gonna put the charger. We have some perfume because this is our expensive item. So, and it's something that they can wear for you. But I'm gonna put that in there. It's getting a little. And then we have something other than expensive that you can buy is some jewelry, which you can go wrong with it. We're gonna put this skull. Isn't this so cute? Or is it? Isn't this so cute? But then finally, you can put some candy in here because y'all know it's Halloween. In there. And that's it. But then we're all in school, so you have a boo notepad. But the most important thing that you cannot forget about the spooky basket that would make it so much better, the webbing. This set, as you can see, is spookified, but with the webbing, it takes a lot of work, and I've been experienced this because I worked at a haunted house last year, but you have to make sure that all these little white items right here, they have to be gone. So you have to stretch it out. This is a lot of webbing, but let's do this. I should probably use scissors, but we're gonna just do that a little. This is kind of a hard web because one thing about this basket is that a lot of items are actually $1. So this doesn't have to be super expensive, and I know we all spend our refund checks and everything, but this is something very simple that you can just put in there. You know, the key to webbing is that you have to stretch it out a little bit. See? If it looks ugly, it's kind of spooky. So you do that. But the best thing about this is that we're just gonna razzle dazzle it with some spiders. Isn't this so exciting? They're gonna be so excited. Well, now that you know what to get to your boo, let's switch gears to something more affordable. Up next, we have a very special guest from the theater department who will be teaching us tricks on how to do your makeup this Halloween season. Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. Joining us today is Theater Department makeup artist Kitty.
She will be showing us simple and affordable makeup looks for this Halloween.
Okay, guys, so the first thing that I'm going to be doing is actually doing our bruises. There are 3 definite shades to doing bruises, and for that you are going to need a makeup palette that looks like this. The colors are good for bruises. You need yellow, blue, purple, green. And we're going to be starting from the oldest bruise because older bruises generally are less vibrant. Right. So for that, you're going to need a yellow. I'm using my fingers because you don't have to pay for it. It's super affordable. And we're going to tap it onto the skin. And you want to get a lot on there, especially with these cream makeups. Otherwise, they're not super visible. But don't overdo it because then it looks very fake and it's very easy to like.
So can you explain what all you have already put down on her arm?
Yes, so for later in this segment, I will be showing you how to do a burn and a cut. For that, I've put liquid latex and some cotton down, and that's just so you can get the effect of burned skin or cut skin without actually injuring yourself,
it'll look more
nobody
realistic.
wants to injure themselves.
Yeah, not for Halloween.
I love how affordable this is, which we actually bought this at Spirit Halloween, and it was under $20.
Right,
It
a
was
pretty
very
tight budget.
Our reporter Blake went in and bought our items.
So this is our, I don't know if you can see it, this is our old bruise. It's mostly healed. It's a little bit green, a little bit black, and a little bit yellow, but that's what your bruise is going to look like when it's mostly healed.
Right.
After that, we're going to be going on to a medium bruise, which is going to have a little bit of red. And see, this is super easy. Just do it with your fingers.
Yeah, you don't even need utensils.
Nope, just your fingers. You were given them, and they work beautifully.
Right.
Put some blue in there.
This is like Alexa was saying that someone beat her up, which is really nice to put just to add out a costume and stuff. But how long have you been doing Halloween makeup?
Oh, I started doing Halloween makeup probably about 8th grade. This is what your newer bruises are going to look like.
Oh, that looks so good.
nice.
Yeah.
So less is more when it comes to bruises. It's more
Right.
realistic. If
Exactly.
you don't have cream makeups, if you don't have makeup like this, you can always use eyeshadows. They work just as well. When you are done with your cream makeup, set it with translucent setting powder. It makes it look like it's in the skin as opposed to on top of it.
Okay, and like we mentioned before, this is very affordable. We actually had a budget of $20 that some of our reporters, you know, as you mentioned, Blake and Julian went out and got these items. So that's awesome.
And then you had, actually bought the blood, but there's another alternative?
Yes, there is. You can make your own blood that's actually edible with corn syrup, red food dye, and coffee grounds. So you can like put it in your mouth or something like
Right,
that.
like
and
dripping
it's
in the
super
corner.
safe. It's, you know, it's corn syrup, so it's sweet.
Right.
So that's a great alternative to blood, and it's super cheap, just with stuff that you probably already have around your house.
Would you say it'll be better for those that have like more sensitive skin as well?
Yes, because a lot of bloods tend to have alcohol in them, so they dry quicker. And so if you have really sensitive skin, that can affect that. So now we're moving on to the burn, which is right here on her arm. And we're putting some red down because I've never seen a burn that's not red in color.
Right.
So you've got this like red moment going on. This is a very fresh burn. You can make it look infected by adding yellow, but I'm not going to do
Ew, like the
that
nasty
today.
pus and stuff.
Yes.
So with some of the yellow right there.
Yeah.
That is gross.
Nasty.
So we've laid down some red over the cotton and the latex, and so now we've got this like burned look. To make it look wet and burned like skin does, we're going to take some petroleum jelly, like Vaseline, and we're going to
There's many different uses for that.
put it over on top. And as you can see, it makes it look very shiny, very
You did
much
that in like
it's been
30
burned.
seconds.
It takes
so
next, once the
fast.
latex is dry, it takes next to no time to do that. With this, you actually want it to be shiny. So don't worry about trying to set it with powder.
You can actually kind of see the latex peeking through as if it's her skin, like
Yes.
bubbled up.
Yeah.
That's
So,
awesome.
next thing we're going to do is we're going to move on to this cut. Now, before I cut, like actually cut into this, this is a very thick buildup of latex and cotton. You want to be very careful about doing this, otherwise you could hurt yourself. What we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of red to show the irritation. And if you want it to be like a really bad cut, you can do the same bruised effect as we did down on her arm for the bruises, and that shows like high trauma impact.
Okay.
After that, we're going to very carefully take some small scissors,
Oh, you're going to do the cut in the
and we're
middle.
going to
Oh, yes, I like.
be very careful. You don't want to cut yourself, or if you're doing it on somebody else, you don't want to cut them. And we're just going to kind of lift it from the skin and snip.
So when it comes, like, those
okay?
cuts, I usually see them in your face. They really, like, put them by the mouth. So for things like that, would you recommend them, like, priming it different? Since it's a face rather than an arm, which is more sensitive?
Generally, this is really great that you can use this without worrying about how it's going to affect your face. I do this on my face all the time for like a Chelsea grin, which is what you're talking about. It's the cuts by the lip. So now, as you can see, we've made a little cut. We've cut into the latex and cotton, which looks like skin.
It does.
And after that, since we've already done red around this area, we're going to go into our blood. This is store-bought. use the back of a pencil, back of a makeup brush, or your scissors.
Oh, spooky.
And this avoids you getting it everywhere. And you want to open it and drip it inside.
That looks really good.
Alexis, who hurt you?
For the right.
The deeper the cut is, you could put black under there.
Ooh.
And for people who are allergic to latex, you can actually use gelatin for this. So
How would you go about, can you make the gelatin?
yeah, just make it like store-bought unflavored gelatin.
Oh, okay.
And to make this a little bit more gory, we're going to take the blood on a cotton ball and just dab it over and wipe and dab it over and wipe. So you've got this cut on the inside, this blood on the outside, and my favorite trick is something that you need to be very careful when doing if you have like white carpets.
Yeah.
Take the blood, drop it on, and let it drip down. And gravity will do most of that work for you and give the effect of a bleeding cut. And all of these you can do anywhere on your body. They're super versatile, and you can do them with Walmart supplies, with Spirit supplies. You can do them with just about anything. So this is our finished cut.
That looks amazing.
Our
That one
burn
is dripping.
and our bruise.
What's, out of the three, what's your favorite to do?
My favorite one to do is probably cuts, just because
Yeah.
you can be so versatile with these. With these, you can glue a piece of plastic into it. It looks like glass sticking out of it. Cuts are probably my favorite to do. Bruises are also a lot of fun. It's really quick and easy, a good effect to make. But yeah, these are some 3 quick, simple. You can do them as large or as small as you want to. And for removing, just use baby oil. It takes the cream makeup off the easiest.
Oh, just like that. Would you say, or what costumes would you say would go best with looks like this?
You could do just about anything. You could do a zombie. You can do
Like a crazy bride,
You could do a
like
crazy
that killed her
bride.
husband or something.
You can just do like a victim from a car crash.
Yeah.
You could do pretty much just about anything that is in the horror realm. You can use these makeup techniques on.
Are you actually using any of these cuts during this Halloween season?
No, actually, this Halloween, I'm just going to be a regular pretty witch. Meet me on campus walking around in my costume.
How adorable. Oh, yeah, because it is on Thursday this year, so you'll be wearing it.
Yes, I will.
Awesome. I still don't know what I'm going to be. I don't know. I really wanted to be a ninja for like the longest, so.
Thank you so much, Kitty, for being here. and
Yeah,
helping
thank
us out
you.
with accessorize my thing.
Thank
Well,
you
that
so much.
concludes our show for today. Hopefully, we've provided you with what you need to have a successful holiday.
Have a safe and spooky Halloween. Make sure you tune in next week for another episode. I'm Anna Conejo.
And I'm Kenya Boylan for JackTalk. See y'all next time.